Seraphim17 once again. This is another session of Dark Souls PvP. This is Royal Invasions, and anybody who remembers my road to PvP competency, which was my path through playing PvP with Ezekiel, this is kind of a logical extension of that. This is the next step in that series. This is not Ezekiel, that is a fucking drill. I do apologise, guys. What this is going to be is basically a session of all the invasions I get post all the patches in the DLC, in this DLC area. It's pretty entertaining, it's pretty interesting. The build I'm using is the Right Hand of God build, which is essentially a plus 15 washing pole with 43 faith, to be used with Darkmoon blade and the three castings of Wrath of God. The use for it is it was an anti-ganker build that I was using in the kiln before the patch dropped. And I just decided to drop some armour from him, because I get laced with one of the heaviest weapons on the game. I dropped some armour from him, I took away using, what the build was designed to use, which is the buff, and I decided to just give him a weapon that benefits him, which is a faster katana, which scales on his high faith stat. And it's just some standard PvP, playing around, having some fun, with slightly lower poise than I usually rock, on a build that is essentially doomed. And anybody who doesn't want to watch me fight with a katana can go elsewhere, because I don't give a single fuck what you think. And somebody quite recently basically said to me that it's about time I stopped using katanas when, I want to use katanas, so I'm going to use katanas. You can go suck a dick, I really don't care. And then they went on to make the forward observation that, if you don't use the other weapons, you never get better at the game. And I've used every weapon on this game, and you're just an ignorant cunt. So, I don't understand those people at all. And it's so much easier to just not share that opinion, guys. Just watch something different. These are my videos, they're going to have the content that I want to put in them. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. Because we get a nice little double KO right there. But don't then proceed to say, why am I being a dick when you call me a bad player? Because that is obvious. And if you weren't so retarded, you would know that. But once again, Royal Woods, further invasions. This guy wants to backstab me, you can tell immediately. Go for the setup parry on the sword, the Gravelord's sword, but I was too slow. Here comes the Stone Giant. What the hell just happened then? It goes for the swing, completely cancels its animation. Very interesting. And now we're in the interesting situation of this Stone Giant is real interested in fighting. I want him to piss off so I can fight this guy. And we'll see how it goes. You'll notice I didn't bow at the start of this. The reason why is because I would have got backstabbed, and a lot of people wonder where my... Oh, there we go. He wanted it, so I'm not surprised at all, really. He's going to get wogged, though, I can guarantee it, if I'm actually wanting to win, because a lot of the times I get into that point where I just want to have some fun with people, so we'll soon find out. There we go, there's the pivot backstab, and this is going to be a Wrath of God when he stands up. Yeah, Wrath of God dead angle, dead angle. Not clean, not nice, and the shrug tells you how I felt at that moment in time. And I felt so dirty that I threw myself off the ledge to give him a couple of souls. But the Royal Woods is interesting because if you get somebody in the woods, it's generally either a new player or somebody who wants to PvP. They're the two people you find in the woods. If you go all the way to artorias doors, you're going to run into corpers and you're going to run into gankers. There doesn't seem to be any other type of player here. This guy has a lightning spear and wants a backstab. So the question I ask myself in this circumstance right now is, who the hell still uses the lightning spear when they have the capacity to upgrade weapons such as the Great Shield of Artorias? I don't understand that. The only thing I could think of is he likes the security of being able to poke from behind a really heavy shield, and he hasn't found a weapon that's better than the lightning spear for him just yet. He's going for the backstab, but a couple of things you can do with these people. You can get backstabbed for pitiful damage, because that's what he wants. You can play around with Lloyd's, because he's going to heal. You can build bleed on his shield to see how he responds. or you can just super punish backstab the guy. And I'm just seeing what he's trying to do, and you'll notice backstabs, just laggy backstabs every time. That was a counter backstab that, unfortunately, thanks to lag, became a cancelled backstab. It's just like, is this all you're doing, bro? You've got all these weapons, and you just want to hug my back and press one button? I really don't understand people who play like that at all. That should be a backstab. See, that one's fair. Don't mind that one at all, because he earned that one. That one's a chain, and that's dirty. And that's one of the things where this guy should not be able to fucking chain me. Chaining used to be quite particular. Nowadays, it seems to be laggy as bullshit. I don't get it at all. Like, I could chain anybody on will because I knew exactly what the timings were, and then they tweaked it, and it just doesn't work, and then you get chained when you shouldn't get chained. I don't know what they've done with that, but it's very strange. So, I heal, come back, mean business, start chopping, wogging. Just like, that fight could have ended at any moment, but I wanted to, I don't know, perhaps learn the guy something, but instead, boom, it ends up like that. Because one piece of advice I would give to anybody, if you're in an invasion and you're up against somebody who's obviously new, or who's obviously not as good at the game as you, I wouldn't say go easy on them, but, you know, try and teach them something if you can. Like, throw a Lloyd's at somebody who doesn't know what a Lloyd's does, so that in the future he'll know what it means. Or, like, if they're just going for backstabs, counter backstab them, but do it with your fist so you don't kill them, so that they know that's not going to work. You need to do something different. Like, I love watching people, you know, change the strategy in accordance to what you do. That's one of my favourite parts of this game. Just showing somebody something and watching them having to adjust and seeing how it happens. Because some people will panic, some people will completely, you know, go to shit and lose. Others won't. Others will become better at the game for it. And like, I throw around the term steal, sharpen, steal, but that generally is in, you know, regards to better players than the ones that you're going to run into in simple invasions. Because, like, this guy here, he's waiting for invasions, so he wants to fight players. That other guy, I thought, he wasn't waiting for people. He didn't have the gear for it. He was just going through the Royal Woods in human form for whatever insane reason. This is a Colosseum. This is a ciaran build with a very big shield. I'm not too sure what this guy's doing with that. And he's got dark magic, which doesn't really seem like in the spirit of ciaran at all. But there you go, or ciaran, however I wanted to pronounce it. I can't really remember. I don't really use that name too much. One thing I hate about the dark magics is how the castings are so simple. Similar, sorry, not simple. Why the hell does Darkbead look like pursuers? It's not fair. Because you go forward thinking that it's pursuers and you can get round them and backstab them, and then you get one-shotted by Darkbead. One thing they need to change in the future Souls game is literally that. Every casting has to be unique. You have to be able to tell what it is before it happens. It's not fair. It really isn't. I'm probably going to lose this because I'm one hit away from death, and my bleed barrier is quite high. He's got dark spells, which can be a pain in the ass to dodge, even at the best of times, and not speaking phantom range. But yeah, that guy completely destroyed me, which does happen, but good fight. This looks like somebody fighting the stone giants, so it's another guy who's in human form in the Royal Woods. I don't know why people do this, because when you beat them they complain. You know, they send you messages saying, you know, I was just trying to play a game, I was just trying to do this. Yet they're running around in an area in human form that you don't have to be in human form to do. So I don't understand if it's ego thinking I'm level 600 whatever, I have giant armor, giant axe, big shield, that somehow makes me unbeatable. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's ignorance, I'm not sure. But when I run around in human form, it's so that I can summon an NPC. Because I don't summon people. I rarely summon NPCs because I just don't see the point for a lot of it. The other time I run around in human form is when I want to be invaded. Oh, here we go. There's the first lesson. But I don't think this guy... we'll soon find out. So he's just been loised, he's just tried to heal, and it didn't work. So he's quite worried right now. He's brought his pyromancy out. And... I'm not too sure, here we go. There's his Chaos Fireball. There's me throwing another Lloyd's at him and nearly stepping in the lava doing it. There's his flask, he wanted that, but now he can't flask again. So let's have a see. So this is, ooh, nice kick. I was going to introduce him to the dead angle Wrath of God, but is he going to do the second one? No, he's not. See, that's quite good. At least he's not spamming R1. But is he not spamming R1 because he's... Oh, he's going to do it now. Watch, 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 watch. Watch, watch. Yes. Yeah. He wasn't spamming it because I think he was testing the waters. What's going on here? Goodness me, camera. Calm down. Biggest problem when the camera goes spazzy like that, you either get backstabbed or dead angled. It's really dangerous. One thing I need to start doing as well is when people kick me, I need to start parrying after the kick. Because 99% of people who kick will always follow it up with an attack. It's almost a reflex, and it's bad for you. I've been parried a couple times doing it. I got parried by a guy called Big Tata, who I think's on Twitch scene. I think he's known there. And dude just knew exactly where it was going and punished me greatly. It was so good. Speaking of being punished, this guy's gonna beat me. Oh, he's flasked, so I'm gonna heal. Am I going to use the Divine? Because I haven't got any humanities on my list. I am indeed. A lot of people probably see problems with that, but essentially it's just a healing item. It's just one that you're not supposed to have so damn many of. So, now he's getting real aggressive. Nice. I don't know if he's got his... You can hear the stone guardians though, can't you? Stomping around up the top. But you see that? Kick, swing, parry. And I don't riposte because I don't want to kill him, because this is, you know, this is a bit of fun. This is hopefully him learning to be a better... Oh, damn it. Oh, he's still going, We're going to Lloyd's him again. There's the Lloyd's. Is he going to try and backstab me? Oh, interesting. Phantom range, semi-day angle, anything else? Like, you know, if this was you, wouldn't you want to change what you were doing if you realised it wasn't working? I think I would. Like, I don't understand that shield. I really... Oh, he's going to fall off. After all that. Oh, I wanted him to win. Anyway. This is Esther Beatriz. Or Beatrix. Actually, it's a Z, so it's not Beatrix at all. Beatriz. This is a lot of dead guardians. Ooh, this is gankers. Gankers or co-opers. And with the looks of this, are they going to fight me 1v1? I don't think so, because no one ever does. He's bowing, which means I immediately lose all respect for him, but I'll return it, because that's how I roll. And then the host is coming for me. Oh no, he's not. He's coming to show that he thinks he's going to fight, and boom! Here comes the Phantom. So I disengage lock to watch the Phantom. Phantom goes and gets a dead angle with the Marakumo, because it's a bastard for doing that. And I get backstabbed. I'm going to lose this, guys. I can almost tell you immediately. Oh, and he tries to do the wake-up walk and misses. Have I got mine? Oh, come on! The lag! You know what gets me with that? When you watch people on Twitch and they run away from people really close and they never get pulled back and backstabbed. I can never run away from people at all. It's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. Who does that? Not only is that pointless, but you can get attacked while you're doing it. Yeah, interesting choice, guy. Not even spawned in, not even got me chance, you know, to show my face, and he's already trying to hit me with pyromancies. Yeah, these people really need to play around with pyromancy a little bit more. My biggest advice for pyromancy is play with them all, and also play with them all unlocked. Because if you can only throw a pyromancy locked on, you're going to be at a severe disadvantage with somebody who knows how to roll backstab. And you'll notice in a lot of my recent videos, I've been doing a lot of roll backstabs because everybody's throwing locked on fireballs. If you're not locked, you can throw that fireball at your feet. You can even throw that fireball behind you so they land when they try to roll backstab you in the lava. There's so many more strategies you can use than just lock on. And it's nowhere near as silly as, you know, the 360 no-scope bow stuff, because that stuff is fun, and if you land it, it feels really good, but with the pyromancy, much more reasonable, because there's a whole lot more error you can have, and phantom range and lag and things. I don't know why that touched me then, but it did. It's just one of the things that happens in this game. But look at this dude. He's got Havel's leggings on, he's got like the iron set on, he's got the Black Knight shield, and a katana, and all the pyromancies in the world. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why would you be in human form when... Are you waiting for your friend? Ooh. Yeah, you want to get away from that bleed, dude. Speaking of, I need to get away from it now. I'll try and roll through it, or just wog. Wrath of God is so useful for cleaning up. It's unbelievable for doing it. It's not by any standard skillful, but it does so much. Like, this is the only character I have it on, and it's been more useful than any pyromancy I've ever used. And I like pyromancy more than I like Wrath, because I think it's more fun. Wrath is just, you know, literally that. It's just God shouting at people, and it's so effective. But we've got a lot of activity in the Royal Woods right now. Somebody's... Oh, I can hear someone on my left. There he is, running back to the spawn. Which is a smart idea, because he's pulled a whole host of trouble. And if he wants to summon help, it's the best place to do it, because there's a lot of signs at the start of the Royal Woods. Right, Burger King mask. Is that a claymore? It looks like a claymore. It's a claymore or a zwei. Zwei, as it's called. There's the Black Knight shield. There's the Silver Knight torso. There's the Wrath of God that everybody seems to carry. It is a Zweihander. Or Zweihander, as it should be pronounced. And he's got no poise. Or, I tell a lie, he has poise because he's wearing Silver Knights, but it's not enough. And what is the katana one-handed poise? 30 something? I know the running attack is it 32? Hiding behind Wrath of God. I don't understand that. Yeah, if I had the Armour of Thorns on with this guy, I could probably beat him by rolling, because you just can't do anything. Oh no, oh no. Happens to the best of us. But he has all that stuff on his persons. Armour, masks to increase his encumbrance, spells, you know, faith, and he doesn't know what poise is, and the game never tells you what poise is, which in his defence is explainable, but at the same time, you've got all that stuff, and you're even wearing a mask to wear more stuff, and you still don't, you know, have higher than 30 poise. I don't get that. Oh, this is me trying to get them to aggro the merchant, and they did. I don't know if you noticed that just then. I didn't mean to fall down, that was a mistake, but luckily enough I've got divines for days for these kind of dickheads. And they just hit Chester, so Chester's aggroed now. He's lost his merchant. He's going to have to kill the NPC, and it's also split up these two clowns. And what's just been witnessed there, guys, is what I like to call the choice. When I get down to the bottom of the elevator, and there's anybody stood there with phantoms, they have a choice there. They can continue being co-opers, and they can go through that boss fog and continue onwards and we don't fight. Or they can get greedy at the prospect of getting souls from me, and they can try and gank me. That is what I call the choice, and it happens a whole lot. So now this guy's on his own. The merchant he was using in this place is now dead, and lo and behold, he's a bad player. So it's one of those things where, why did you even engage me? You had your phantom, you could have gone through the boss fog, you could have carried on with your day, but gluttony, that's why. The land of 420. So 420's gone from this very poignant, I think it's like the code that the police use, that's now being used by people who are fronting this marijuana movement, and it's gone from being something very political and sound to associated with words that douchebags use. Along with YOLO and swag and gommel and all that fucking nonsense tripe. By the way, guys, this is my favourite invasion ever. This is somebody I love. Watch this. This is amazing. I sent this guy a message because I was so happy with this fight, because this is Dark Souls. No matter how much you play Dark Souls, this can still happen. Watch this. Yes. Look at that, boys. Look at that. I don't think a single hit connected with me, but by God did it hurt a lot. That dude is a boss. I love everything about him. Oh, and that is not even sarcasm if people can't tell. That is full-on honesty. That is why I play this game, because every other game you can get to a certain level of you know, competency, and it's simple from that point onwards. But on this game, there's always something that surprises you. And yes, I should have toggled out of that stun lock, but the thing was, it wasn't even hitting me, so I didn't think I needed to. And it's like, yes, I could have set up parried him. I could have probably quite easily beaten him in every conceivable way, but he still beat me, and that's why it's awesome. That's why it's cool. And this is a guy using a very big sword, and I've used this sword recently, and it's hard to use, but by God is it good. This machine of a weapon can stun lock very easily. This guy's in trouble though because he doesn't have any poise. Well, technically he does have poise because the leggings he's wearing give him poise, but the torso he has does not. And I'm probably going to get cocky here and try and parry it, but I don't know the timing on it. It's a little slower than some of the ultra great swords. Oh, and he's summoning a phantom, so I'm going to go from having fun mode to murder mode, which generally involves pulling out Wrath of God and doing that. And if you don't know what just happened then, when you don't have enough poise to tank Wrath of God, it knocks you on your bum, like you just did to that guy. And for some cases, it can actually be an advantage. Because, for instance, if you have tons and tons of armour giving you lots and lots of poise, if somebody does a Firestorm spell, or a Fire Tempest, or a Chaos Storm, you can take multiple damage from it because it doesn't knock you down. And when you're knocked down, you get iframes, you become invulnerable, and you don't take any further damage. But if it doesn't, you can get triple teamed by fire, so you want to be super careful with stacking poise unless you have a really good reason for doing it. So this is interesting. This is a guy who wants to fight. This is a guy who has... It's got to be quite a high level, because not only can he carry Havel's shield one-handed, which is 50 strength, but he also has enough magic to use these soul spears, and he's using too many of them. He's got full armour on. That is full giants. He seems to be moving rather quickly with a claymore. Let's have a look what he's doing. So this guy's, you know, this guy's committed to his build. This is me playing around with some unlocked backstepping. Oh, he's going to stun lock me. Get out of this, please, Chris. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Wow. That's the thing. I'm so used to playing with poise that, you know, when I start getting stun locked from a one-handed swing, I don't expect it. And by the time I've realised, I'm either dead or I've taken too much damage because I'm lazy. And I used to be, when I played in the forest all the time, I used to be really good at doing the toggle to get out of the stun locks, and I never had any issue with it. But because I've not done it for such a long time, because, you know, generally if somebody swings a sword like this at me, I parry them. And it's one of those things where when you don't do it for a while, you do lose your timing. That's a dead angle. I'm going to lose. Don't lose. Don't lose. Oh, I'm going to... Yeah, you knew that. Some people can call it... Wow, got out at range. Oh, and then get a cheeky poke in. But fights like that will help because he has everything at you and he's not that great with anything. So the cool part about that is you can practice your parry timings, you don't have to riposte, you can practice dodging the spells, you can practice taking on somebody quite heavily armoured, and that is the good thing about it. It doesn't have to be, you know, a complete and utter wrecking crew. That's not what this has to be about. This guy bows, which is nice. A bow to me is a contract. And it's a contract saying that you're not going to heal. And nobody ever keeps to that contract. Oh, he's going to backstab me? Oh, yeah, that would have been a good roll backstab. Instead, that's kind of shitty when that happens. Don't swing that sword, dude. Don't swing that sword. Don't do it. Oh, wow. Partial. Interesting. Bad timing. Oh, dude. Come on, bro. What the fuck is this? What are we playing now? Is this just all the toys out of the sandbox and something different? Like, come on, bro. But he bows, acknowledging, I hope, that heal was wrong. I do a heal, he fully heals, we start again. And I think to this guy's grace, he doesn't heal again. Which is nice. Because that's how it should be, you know? You don't heal on Tekken. You don't heal on fucking Street Fighter. You just man up and hope to win. Why should this game be any different? But I'm hoping he's not going to be so eager with the swings. Oh no, he's just as eager. Just as eager. And I'm going to... Oh! Good job. There you go. Here's a guy that I don't know if he knows what the setup parry is, but the first one caught him, so now he's a little bit shy. He's going for the backstab there, I think. Dwindling his life down a little bit. He pulls out the pyromancy. He should know now that the last time he did this, I roll backstab him. I wasn't close enough there to get any kind of purchase. This time I should do. You need to be so careful with that, dude. You leave yourself so vulnerable. And those fireballs aren't even worth it because they don't do enough damage. Unless you super spec towards them. You know, dust crown on your head, bellowing dragon crest ring, all those kind of good stuff. But what this is, guys, is when I'm trying to invade in this area, because this character's set off Calamite and the fog door's gone up, people can invade me, and I can't be asked to kill Calamite because I think he's the hardest boss of the DLC, and it's one of those things where I don't have that much equipment on this character that can hit him all that well. The buff will work great, and I will be able to beat him. It's just, you know, wanting to do it. I don't have any urge to do it right. Ooh, that was lovely. The only problem with him is I don't know if he meant to or if he expected it to land, so he'd already committed to moving away from me. But landing a parry on a katana when it's, you know, predicted is a pretty good feeling, so he's probably got a lot of confidence at this moment in time. I'm doing far too many dash attacks because at this moment in time I was practicing doing unconventional running attacks because the katana running attack is the most powerful move it has because not a lot of people know how to parry it, and it's very intimidating because it's fast and it's damaging. But against somebody who's, you know, not easily scared by a katana, it's nothing important at all. That R2 as well, the R2 on the Uchi, such a fun move, especially when you combo into it or you look away and then you swing towards the opponent at the last moment. It catches a lot of people off guard, that move. But that is the end of the first video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and you take care now.